Welcome back to the SportsMax Zone. Day 14 of the Paris Olympic Games was a fruitless one for the Caribbean athletes as no medals were added to the Caribbean tally. This is how the table looks. All right, so we have the United States of America at the top of the table, 33 gold, a total of 111 medals. People's Republic of China in second on 82 medals. Australia in third, and Japan round out the top four. I'm looking for the Caribbean countries. Jamaica, they have 1 gold medal so far, 3 silver and 2 bronze, a total of 6 medals. St. Lucia, they have 2 medals so far, 1 gold and 1 silver. Dominica, they are in 57th position, having picked up that 1 gold medal from Tia Le Fond, a total of 1 medal. And Grenada in 78th position. No gold medals, but that's okay. They have 2 bronze medals. Well, joining us now on set to recap the day's action is our Paris Games analyst, the one, the only Anil Roberts. And Anil, a lot of our viewers enjoyed you on the show yesterday, so we basically had no choice but to bring you back on today.
Well, I appreciate that, and thank you to the viewers. Good afternoon and good afternoon, Leighton. And let me just say to your producers, I thought you were a bit harsh. How could you say it was fruitless? On a mango tree, you might have 1 sweet, juicy mango at the top of the tree, and then you might have 2 other ones looking juicy. But the mango tree have about 30 mango. Some in the finals, some come fourth. Hibbert come fourth in the triple jump. So it's not fruitless. There were lots of performances that we could get some pride from and tell the athletes well done.
Well, speaking about that, my producer, he judged very, very hard. So I just want to get that out of the way. But let's start with the men's 4x400 meters and take a look, Anil, at
the 400-meter hurdles.
400-meter hurdles, sorry. The 400-meter hurdles. Let's start with that. So, of course, Anil can find the bright sparks in this one. 400-meter hurdles. So we had Benjamin Rye from the USA, of course, 46.46. Karsten Warholm from Norway, 47.06. Brazil picking up third. Alison Dos Santos, and France round out the top 4.
Well,
Jamaica, Roshane Clark,
right.
He did not finish, and that's where you come in, Anil.
Yes, well, that one was fruitless because he hit the hurdle and then he stopped and he didn't finish his race, so all right. However, you have McMaster in there with a season's best. That is not the greatest fruit, but it's something positive. And of course, the gold medalist is Antigua Barbuda bred DNA. That's where we come from. Don't mind he have star-spangled banner, but it's Caribbean roots, Caribbean blood, Caribbean speed. Coming around there in the outside, the second to last lane, it's Rye Benjamin. If his father was still bowling and cricketer, we might be doing better in West Indies cricket. And here comes Rye Benjamin. So comfortable, so effortless. It looks amazing. He stutter step there. I would buff him if I was his coach, but who cares, because it's gold medal for Antigua Barbuda heritage. Warholm just didn't have it. And McMaster finished 5th for the Caribbean, and Jamaica unfortunately clattering. That's when the lactic acid hit you late. You can't get your leg up.
Is Warholm past his best now?
Past his best, and I have questions about when he was at his best, but he knew he was past his best, because Warholm is one of those athletes who come out. You know, some people would say elite sport is 85% mental, 15% physical, and all of that. Warholm is about 99.89% mental. When Warholm ready to run, go back and look at when he went 45. When he broke the world record, he comes out. His eyes look like he's in a different planet. He's in a zone like he's a UFC fighter. He comes out, gets in his block, and he goes. He came out there today with a whimper, and from the time he walked out, he knew that he wasn't at his best, that it's all over, that this would be his last Olympic medal, and that's it. Norway would have to look for a new 400-meter hurdler.
Yeah, because the body language was what I was coming to as well. You saw that even during the course of the season. Normally when Warholm is up for a meet, he slaps his cheeks and he's all hyped and everything. But you saw this shift in his body language, like, can I really win this?
Yeah.
Or, you know, the doubt was always there. And so, I mean, Rye Benjamin was my pick to win. But Warholm looks a relative shadow of himself. 47.06 is no time to sneeze.
Who disappointment was my Brazilian boy. I wanted to talk some Portuguese because I thought that he would have given a better account of himself. He went out there, you know, I mean, maybe it's the purple color in his head. He should have come with normal color, but he just whimpered. And Rai Benjamin walked away with that similar to McLaughlin. And I don't know, I was looking for a more exciting race, at least from Brazil.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, you speak about that McLaughlin race, and I got the same sort of feeling, the same sort of vibe when I saw that one. Well, we're going to move along now, Anil, to the women's 400 meters. Let's take a look at the results and how that one went. So we had in the final here, Paulinho taking that gold medal in 48.17. Then in second position, Salwa Eid Nasir. Looking for the Caribbean, Shade Williams, a lot to talk about her. She came 7th, and we had Norway here at the bottom in 8th position. So let's start by talking about Shade Williams and what went wrong for her, because we had a lot of hopes for her going into this one.
Yes, but track and field is changing, and I think we need some scientific analysis on what's going on with the angles of the track and the stagger, because we're seeing once you get in the inside lanes, lane 2, 3, you have no chance. And athletics normally, you should have a chance wherever you are. I don't know when was the last time when the stagger was created per event, but it may have been remained the same since 1896 for all I know. But clearly, whether it's technology, whether it's the shoes, whether it's the curves, whether it's the athletes getting taller, the athletes in lane 4, 5, 6, and even up to 7 and 8 are having an advantage. And it needs some sort of, I am just saying that from a coach's point of view, from a feeling and intuition point of view. In coaching, there is pure science, there's measurement, and the great coaches are intuitive. The great coaches come before the science. So back in 1948, you would see Rodney Wilkes won Trinidad and Tobago's first medal in weightlifting. His coach at that time was Alec Chapman, who eventually became the perennial Olympic president of the Olympic Committee. But when they were on the ship going across to London, Alec Chapman, the coach, was looking at the Egyptian and so on and saying, and the US athletes and saying, hey, they're lifting very heavy. And somehow, in his own mind, Rodney Wilkes said, no, coach, I'm going to just lift light. I'm just going to go through the motions and so on. He knew intuitively somehow that resting and tapering produces greater results. It's then, in the 60s with Doc Constleman and so on in swimming, that the science came and said why. Because when you rest, your ATP, CP system comes up, your anaerobic capacity increases. When you add it to your aerobic capacity, you get enhanced performance. But something is going on in track and field where there seems to me, Leighton, that the outer lanes, the wider lanes, you are getting a clear, distinct advantage, and something may have to be adjusted.
And it's also the extra curve as well, from lanes 1 up to 3. Let me ask you about Paulinho. The Olympic record was set in 1996. I remember that race with Marileidy Paulinho clearly like it was yesterday. 48.17. This is the 4th fastest time ever run by a woman. Are we seeing a significant shift now to maybe a point where the world record finally is under threat, 47.16?
Absolutely, the world record is under threat. But what is happening is there's another athlete who's changing the paradigm. Once someone starts to break barriers, everybody else starts to move. So when you have McLaughlin LeBron moving down to 50.65 and then 50.35 in a 400 hurdles with 10 obstacles, the 400 runners are saying, hey, she's coming too close, we have to shift. And if she was to really focus on a flat 400, she might be the one to go 47.6. So that world record is next year World Championships. That is gone. But let me tell you all, the producer, Fruitless, the last time I checked, República Dominicana is in El Caribe. So they talk Spanish, but it's Caribbean. All of we come on the same boat. They drop some off in Jamaica, some in Cuba, some in Haiti, some in Dominican Republic, and the softest ones down in Trinidad and Tobago who don't like to beat nobody, they drop we down. So República Dominicana is Caribbean. We get gold. That is fruitful.
Yep,
SportsMax is Caribbean.
Yeah, fantastic performance though. I mean, all 8 women under 50 seconds. I can't recall a time I've ever seen that before. This is another piece of history as well. 49.96 finished last, 8th and last.
Well, I'm proud of the track because in the facilities for Paris, Paris made a mess of the Olympic swimming pool with that shallow pool at 2.19 meters instead of 3 meters, 3.5 meters, creating a very difficult position for the athletes. They made a mess of the triathlon with people getting all kind of E. coli and so on and pulling out. And so to have a track that world records are being broken and the athletes seem happy, I'm happy for Paris Olympic Committee for that.
All right.
Yeah. All right, let's now zone in on the men's triple jump. I know we had our favorite in that one, Jaden Hibbert. He finished 4th for Jamaica, a time of 17.61. A distance of 17.61. And then the winner from Spain, then in second position, Portugal and Italy. So we had, again, a lot of hopes for Jaden Hibbert. He's a star. Whenever he takes the track, you know, everybody is excited. He's just a whole bundle of joy. But today, you know, you said it, the worst place to come is 4th, Anil.
Yeah.
So I want your analysis on how he went about
Well,
today.
I listened to his interview. Donald Oliver interviewed him, and I was very disappointed and disheartened because he's an athlete who has been undercoached. Because of his, you see, when you are coaching an athlete, you have to coach their physical preparation. You have to plan it. You have to create you come back. If you're going for a 4-year plan, a quadrillion plan, you build each year on each year. You produce macro cycles. You break it down into micro cycles to develop. If it's this event, you would know that you want to do some base work at the beginning so that when you come to do plyometrics, you would not damage the body and so on. But this athlete, while you do your physical preparation, you must train the mind also. In each week, you must have workouts of the mind. You must do visualization, analysis, concentration, focusing on ideal performance state. Because for these jumpers or these athletes in the field, they have to be ready at that time. Once that clock starts with 1 minute to go, they have to get ready to focus on some of the most technical things under pressure. Now, add the pressure of a debilitating injury last year, which sent a young athlete into depression, into confusion. There is nothing like a ball peon, a sport peon, a trainer, an athlete not being able to train. You don't know what to do with yourself. You're just rehabbing, you're just icing, you're going for massage, you can't run, you can't lift, you can't jump, you can't do anything. Now, when he was interviewed, you could see that the fear of re-injury was still in his mind. You needed a sports psychologist to get in there from last year, focus, learn the athlete inside out, give him mental exercises to know, hand in hand with the doctors and the rehabilitation, that he is okay. Not only physically, but mentally. It's okay to let it go. Everything he said, you could see there was caution. He came out cautious. He was not talking about blowing away anybody and winning. In the 4th one, he pulled up. He said he felt something in his glute for whatever reason, and he pulled out because there's a fear of re-injury. And once you have a fear, once there's a hesitation in an event like this, you cannot do your best. So he came forth. But had they done a little bit more coaching of the mind, that could have been a medal. Sports psychologists are critical in development, training, and preparation of elite athletes.
Yeah, because 1775 this season, if he had jumped his previous best of 1787, the gold medal is his.
You see?
And that was last year. So you're looking at a situation where he clearly was keeping something back. And the fact is also, to your point, he picked up another injury at the national championships where he jarred his knee in the triple jump, which he was cleared for 2 days ago just to be able to compete. So all of those things are going through his mind.
Yes.
So,
So 4th place was great, but that's well within himself. I would say that was about 75% of what he could give.
Yeah, well, let's see what coach does with him moving forward. Let's take a look now, Anil, at the women's 4x1. All right, so we have the USA winning this one in 41.78. I'm looking for the Caribbean, right? Jamaica in 5th, 42.29. Then, of course, to be followed by Canada and Netherlands. So let's zone in now on how Jamaica did.
Well, Jamaica did fantastically well. I mean, when you lose your top 3 athletes, one before the trials, one and both 2 in the Olympic Games, your top 3 Olympic podium athletes, you shouldn't even make the final. You should not be anywhere. So Jamaica's squad scrambling, unprepared, not together, getting disappointments, to come in the final, run a good time, season's best, and to come in fifth, that was remarkable because nobody, that's like saying that the Chicago Bulls will try to win the World Championship in basketball without Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Kukoc. It would not happen. So Jamaica did very well. Now the American though, Sha'Carri Richardson, I think she needs to slow her roll and pat down a little bit. You look at this coming down here. All right, they're going to win a race because Jamaica is under strength and there's no real other team. But still America is under pressure. But right here, you don't gallery when a girl from St. Lucia just beat you from start to finish. A girl from St. Lucia run with light blue. When she close her eyes now, she only seeing light blue. And you do not do that. That is not classy. When you lost, look at this. No, my lady. You cool yourself. You came to win the 100 meters. You were blown away by 30 meters. A girl run cool and took the gold medal from you. You come now in a relay to come and dance. That's not what it is, Leighton Levy. As athletes, we have to have some sort of protocol in gallery.
Yeah, because she's came into the Olympics as the fastest woman on the planet. And she got beaten by a city block. You know, the 4x1 relay, yeah. But guess what? This is not all you. It's your teammates as well who give you that advantage.
Correct.
So just chill and you know.
Chill, go and hug up your teammates,
enjoy the victory.
Flag, enjoy the victory.
Yeah,
but all this gallery and look across. No, why you didn't look across at Julian Alfred? Why you didn't? Because she was quite down the road. Yeah, you had to look forward. You need a binoculars to find Julian Alfred. So don't come down with that. I don't like that as a coach. I would have blow out, go and give her a little training session after. I say, nah, man.
If you think about it, if Shelley and Fraser Price and Sharika was there, that really probably would have gone differently.
But of course, because they were still there. I mean, everything's close there. They would have lost.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, you know, the Caribbean athletes, they will be contesting 3 finals in athletics on the weekend.
One quick point before we close this segment. A lot of people are upset that Jamaica's men didn't make the final.
Yeah.
But this is one of the things that we need to put in context is simply this. Since 1948, Jamaica has only medaled 4 times at the Olympic Games in the 4x1 men. One of those times were disqualified in 2008 because of Nesta Carter's doping issue. 84 silver and gold in 2012 and 2016. That's it.
Yeah.
So Jamaica does not have a fantastic record in the men's 4x1.
But producer, all you're going to be late because you invite Anil and I will break up your whole program. Leighton, I love that. Brilliant analysis. But nonsense. Jamaica, all you can pass a battle, big men. You only the fastest men. Big men running up on each other and everybody waving so like it's carnival crop over to get battle one after the next. Nah, all you too good for that. And secondly, before you go, don't feel it's only Jamaica thing. To my 4x400 men relay team, Trinidad and Tobago, and let us be clear, there are certain events that countries are born and have a genetic proclivity to perform in. We, Trinidad and Tobago, are the country of 1964, when Del Motley anchoring with Bernard, Roberts, and Skinner, winning a bronze medal. They went in the heats cruising in 3:05.0. They went in 1964. Our 4x400 went 3:01.17. All your big 4 men come to run in 2024 and run 3:06.73, just like the Bermudan who was rowing with a big belly. All you should have stayed home. And I don't want to hear anybody tell me, but they try their best. And if that is your best, stay home, please. Stay off the jet. Stay and let Bungie Garland sing a soca straight off the jumbo jet and go and sleep, because we are a country that had the world record in 1966 in Jamaica National Stadium, 4x440. We blow out the world record. We are the country of 2012 bronze medal. We are a country of 257. All you run 3:06. It looked like the maxi breakdown. I am very sorry. The whole entry is from the president come down should resign immediately because of that 4x400. And don't tell me Rene Kwauchu come up after 200. You could run barefoot. If you could run 44.5 with spikes, you could run 45.5 barefoot. So minus 3 seconds. That means 3:037. You're still 6 seconds short. And my flag, my country, red, white, and black, dead last out of the picture. The camera here, and we quite don't now taking the straight. I'm very sorry. The entry is in Trinidad and Tobago. All you check yourself. Everybody take a piece of paper and resign, because that is shame. Not the 4x400 relay, not Trinidad and Tobago, the country of Ian Morris. No, not the country of Wendell Motley and Ed Skinner. All you are going on a break before they get me off here and get head.
Yeah, well, before we break, we really have to go with what the producer wants us to do for today.
Something else?
We want to look ahead.
Kieran Nugent and David Charlton in the hurdles tomorrow.
Yes, but that pain, that is real pain.
I felt it, don't worry, you were very
4x400, you know, Mariah, that is we thing.
I know.
That come like doubles and coffee. That come like roti and pilau. 4x400.
Anil, it's doubles and solo.
Red solo, but now I change it to coffee. I shouldn't take too much sugar. You say when you're getting old, you could get diabetes later.
All right. Well, let's just quickly take a look now at the women's 100-meter hurdles. That's coming up. All right, so we see here we have a Kieran Nugent representing the Caribbean from Jamaica. We also have Devine Charlton from the Bahamas as well, Anil. So let's take a look at how our prospects look for this women's 100-meter hurdles.
Fantastic, because this hurdles event is so risky. You never know what could happen. Once you have a lane, you really have a chance in 100-meter hurdles. Other than Camacho Quinn, who is Caribbean, Puerto Rico. And don't tell me that Puerto Rico is USA, because Jesse Vasallo in swimming back in 1980 chose to swim for the USA instead of Puerto Rico. He would have gone to Moscow and won 5 gold medals, but he chose to swim for the USA, and the USA boycotted. He got no medals, nothing. And then he had to settle for a bronze in 1984. So Puerto Rico is Caribbean, and it looks like that once she doesn't trip and fall down. That is gold for Camacho Quinn. She has shorter eyelashes than Tokyo 2021, which is fantastic. But we could get Bahamas and Jamaica if they get a good start, get into the flow. Keep the eyes. In this hurdles, you want to eliminate your peripheral vision. You don't want to see anything next to you, because anything left or right will throw you off. So we in with a chance. Bahamas and Jamaica could medal.
Yeah, and a quick comment on the men's high jump. What are you looking forward to for the men's high jump?
I'm looking forward to 2 jumpers not being mama pools and sharing a medal because they don't want to compete like last time, and you all in the world said, oh, that was so great and gracious. No, we come to the Olympics to see who is the best. So Bashim, is the Italian there too later? No, right. So the two of them who shared the medal because they were exactly the same, they had made the same mistakes along the way, and then they discuss it and they say, yeah, we share. We don't share nothing. All you jump until somebody fail, because Olympics is about seeing who is the best of the best, compete all into the night. Like what Duplantis did, keeping 70,000 people in a stadium and breaking a world record at 625 meters. That's how you do it. So I look forward to the high jump. It's going to be a great competition. And of course, I wish I was in the 4x4, but Trinidad, I'm not ashamed.
I didn't mention the 4x4, the Jamaica Women. What do you think of the prospects in the 4x4? Most likely, Stacey and Williams will come in because Nikisha Price has gone home.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, 4x4. Once the coaches understand the athletes, the positioning later of the athletes in a 4x4 is absolutely critical. You have to put your runner with the most cardiovascular fitness, the one who could take most lactic acid to open up, because they end up running sometimes more than 400. They run like 412, 420. So how you line up, how you pass the baton, how you move into the inside lane, Jamaica could be there. I think Jamaica would like to finish off on a high. The chef de mission will have to be brought back and inquired, because from the onset I said, when something goes wrong in your first 1 or 2 events, you have to be aware of it. You've got to change the climate and the atmosphere around the camp in order to bring positivity. It seems that Jamaica was sputtering. Starting, the track wasn't going good, but the field was fantastic. So hopefully they can finish it off with a brilliant medal in that women's 4x4.
Yeah, well, we're hoping that, the Caribbean can continue to medal, and I know you'll be on Paris Olympic duty for the weekend, so looking forward to have some of your exciting comments.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be on SportsMax Zone. To the producer, I humbly apologize for breaking your timing schedule and taking your breaks. You can break right now and play ads from now to the wazoo. Have a great day.
All right, I have nothing to say. Break time.
We stand united, our spirits bright. Dans la ville de Paris, where dreams come alive. Nous sommes ensemble, notre âme survit. Glorious, we rise above. In the gates of unity, we find our love.